whoever would like to do the recap, you are more than welcome to do so. Remember, you do get that inspiration. That word.
Does it stack?
No.
And someone else can do it.
I did it last time.
Yeah, but you used your inspiration though, so you can do it again and get more.
True.
Up to you. If not, I'll do it, and I'll give myself an inspiration.
Oh no.
Previously, you all woke at the Blue Water Inn, having rested from your travels through the mist-filled Barovia. But not all of you gained the benefit of a long rest. One of you was haunted by a night hag and had nightmares about cold hands and suffocation. The rest of you dreamed about your reason for being here in Barovia, either the past that brought you here or your patron's desire for an audience. Once your morning rituals were complete, you headed downstairs to speak with Irina about her next step on her refuge from the devil that watches over this land. There you met a half-elf named Octavio who was on his way out to feed a friend of his. Irina discussed with you that she needed to go to a safe place and wanted to go to the Church of St. Andrel. As you were leaving for the day to shop in Vallaki, you were approached by a man with a letter for you from Vasily von Holst, the man you saved from his overturned wagon the night before. He gave Irina a bouquet of extravagant flowers, and the letter itself was a discount within Vallaki for half off any purchase up to a total of 100 gold. You then shopped while the prices were also high here, they were not as high as Bildras and Barovia. Done with your shopping, you headed back into town square and saw guards changing a sign for the upcoming festival in about a week. Last night, having been the Wolf Heads Jamboree, in another week, the Festival of the Blazing Sun will occur. At this point, you realize some of the citizens were in stocks, including 2 children. You brashly broke the children out of their shackles, and the guards approached you. Some of you fled, while the rest of you stood your ground, and a confrontation was had between you and the guards. You managed to get away and regrouped with the rest of your party back at the church Irina wished to go to. There, you discovered the ingredients of the dream pastry. You discovered what the ingredients were that the dream pastries were made of, and some of you were not happy about it. In fact, you were sick about it. And then another of you devoted yourself to the Morning Lord and became a cleric. And while you discussed what to do about the Burgomaster and his cruel treatment of Vallaki, we resume our quest at St. Andrel Church, where you last left off. So what would you guys like to do?
Who had the disguise kit? I vaguely remember that from last time.
I did.
Okay.
I did not remember that. I could not remember what it was that I was missing from my notes. So disguise kit. Yes, you guys wanted to get a disguise kit somewhere.
Yep. Joseph will pull out his backpack and rifle through it a bit, and then pull it out. Da 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 da.
I don't know that I can disguise you well enough to get you going around town without any issue. But with any luck, I can do that with the other 2.
No, I believe I will stay here. That would probably be for the best.
Wait.
I'm going to look at...
How exactly do we plan on disguising a Scarecrow?
The Scarecrow and the Tiefling can be pretty difficult to disguise, but with enough rolls and low enough DC, anything is possible.
Right, okay.
I mean, Tiefling, we just saw his horns off.
Well, the Scarecrow also didn't actually break any rules.
Well, the Scarecrow was seen as being... You and Bramble were seen as being part of his group, I believe.
I mean, maybe, but then that would also be everyone else too.
Well, I mean,
what if we just sneak around through the town and not let any of the guards see you? Would that be something we could do?
Yes.
I'm trying
I
I'm trying to
definitely.
pull up the character to see what my sneak is, but it's not loading for some reason.
Roll 20 has been a bitch lately. Let's see here.
If I remember correctly, it's not great.
You have a 2 stealth, and I don't
Yeah.
believe you have disadvantage. You have half plate, so it doesn't say you have disadvantage.
Ow, +6.
Is half plate something that has disadvantage on something? I thought it was.
I think it does. I'm gonna say yes.
I feel like it's disadvantage on stealth, but I can't remember if that's half plate or if that's.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah. So basically, like I say, I would probably be best to just stay here
At least until we
I
gotta
want you
leave.
to apologize.
for now.
What good would an apology do? The guards here did not seem very kind to anything that was against what they enforce within this town. I do not know much about the guards and what they do, since Barovia we have none.
Maybe that's why the town doesn't like Barovia. Or we go
Perhaps.
find someone with some kind of political power and get them on our side, and they can persuade the guards to ignore you.
I say maybe we could make a deal with somebody.
Father Lucian, is there anyone in town that would be opposed to the burgomaster here? Well, there is Lady Voxer, but she is not somebody would wish to ally yourself with either. She. Let's see. What does he know? Give me a second here. Um,
Oh no.
well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what the people of Vallaki believe. Um, that no one hates the burgomaster more than she does. She's often quoted as saying, "I'd rather serve the devil than a madman." She owns an old house in town, but rarely leaves her estate. Her 2 adult sons, Nikolai and Karl, are troublemakers. She has a mad daughter she keeps locked away. Um, but the burgomaster doesn't confront her or her offspring because he's afraid of her. Because Lady Wachter has ties to Strahd, old ties.
Oh, okay. There I am. I'm back now.
And then what does he know? I personally do not like Vargas either. His father um, abused my family. So I have a personal stake against him, but I do not wish to use it against him. I am the priest of this chapel, but I do not wish to make things worse in this town. I will do what I can to ease the citizens. At this point, you guys all notice that there's a gentleman sitting over here in the church, and he's pretty much looking like he's like a beggar, he talks to himself a lot, and he looks like he's like shaking, pretty shaky. Not very well put together, it looks like. And he basically looks like he just keeps his time here at the church.
I'll ask Father Petrovich who he is. Is his name right, Petrovich?
That's this guy's name, yes. Here, I'll move him back so you can see his name badge.
Yep. Well, I don't see a name tag on it, but I
Oh, okay.
scrolled down,
Yeah,
found his portrait on
yeah,
the.
Father Lucian. Yeah, Lucian Petrovich. I forget that you guys can't see everything that I can see, like name badges and everything too. So
Does Father Petrovich not know who the beggar is, or?
oh, see, I didn't. Yeah, all I heard was, "Do you know?"
Oh.
Do I know what? My son, my child.
Do you know who that person is? And I point over at the.
Oh, yes. That would be Andrei Duveskov. Um, I have been taking care of him for a few weeks or months.
What's wrong with him?
He he lashed out at the burgomaster during one of the festivals, and he was taken to their prison. He came here a few months later and asked me to uh, give him shelter. I assume that he escaped. They call it the Reformation Center. It is not a very good place. Um, it is more than a simple prison.
Um, why don't we just fight the guards and get it over with?
Fight the
You
guard.
do realize that fighting the guards and committing murder in this town is a death sentence. Not necessarily you will die, but you will be sentenced to death by the guards.
Besides,
You
I
will,
tried that; it didn't work very well.
you are lucky not to have been sent to the Reformation Center yourself. Many that go there do not come back out the same as they were before. They come back out very distraught, disturbed, and changed men or women, or children in some cases.
Joseph just kind of puts his cloak up over his head, as best he can with his giant fucking horns, and just kind of like lays down on the pew there, and just basically starts taking a rest. At hearing about that, it's just like, ugh, ugh. My sister. Basically, he mutters to himself something along the lines of, you can hear something along the lines of, maybe my sister was right.
Is there anything else I can help you with before you depart, my children?
What spells do I have prepped? That'd be a good thing to know.
Did you not want to speak to a gentleman at the that you saw his wagon?
Oh yes. Wow. Uh.
You need help remembering his name?
Apparently I don't have it in my notes, which I knew I was a little off last session, but There, Rictavio.
Ah, yes, the Octavio, the man who was came to town few few months ago.
Rictavio's the one with that weird wagon we saw with the cat in it, right? Guys?
Yeah.
Perhaps we should go talk to him. He said he would be back at the inn around noon, I believe he said.
Well, that would be a good place to go. Um,
We have to
tell
get.
the Martakovs I said hello for me.
I will. Wait, there's two of them?
The family, yes.
Very well.
There is Ruben, his wife. Shit, what's her name? There it is. Danica and his children.
Will do.
It is their family-run business. They also live within the inn. They have their own personal private rooms. Many of my flock, when they do not have a place to stay, they go there and drown their sorrows and their wine.
I see. Perhaps we should head there and then pick up Billy's armor, although I don't know how much longer it is until that's done.
It has only been so far like half a day, and I believe it's going to take a day.
Gotcha. Yay.
Yeah, right now it's probably about 1 in the afternoon or so, maybe 2 in the afternoon,
Gotcha.
give or take. And nightfall is around 6:35. Actually, it's exactly 6:35 is when dusk it becomes dusk.
Gotcha. Astra, Bramble,
And Billy, who's not actually here but is here.
yes, and Billy.
What?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So, for brevity's sake, do you guys just want to head to the Blue Water Inn?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So let's go ahead and bring you guys to the Blue Water Inn.
And are we sneaking Joseph back, or is he staying at the?
Nope, I'll be at the church.
If you guys want to roll a stealth check, you guys can do that. I don't want to leave Frank out of this unless he wants to sit and talk with Father Lucian some more or something.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll just stay here until at least they get their armor. Billy gets his armor back.
Okay. So you guys head to the Blue Water Inn then. And everybody but actually, yeah, everybody but Joseph is here. I'll leave him on the token so you can see what's going on. But
Okay.
so you guys show up, and you guys hear there's a little bit of a commotion going on inside of the inn at the moment. I found this out. For the cool thing, I can hold shift and ping, and you guys will be moved to where I ping.
Cool.
Kind of convenient for like, hey, let's look at this over here.
I guess I will walk up and attempt to go inside, see what's going on.
All right, so the door opens fairly easily, and there's no real trouble in opening the door. And what you are greeted by is Rick Tavu himself, the half-elf bard, surrounded by Barovians, listening to him as he goes on about a tale.
Barovians?
The Barovian is the country,
Right. I keep
so
forgetting.
they're
that.
all So Vallakians technically yes, but like by when I say Barovians, I mean humans. So because everybody here is a human with the exception of Rictavio here, because you can clearly see he's a half elf.
Right.
I'll say Billy walks in over here or so.
Oh, yeah, that is a group.
Astra and Huckleberry, do you guys walk in as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So as you guys walk in, like I said, he's telling one of his many tales of his previous adventures. And let me figure out which one of them he's telling. So he's telling a story. I'm just going to generalize it here. A barbarian who wields the sword with the power of the ancients that was battling a warlock for control over a castle that supplied the realm with its magical power. And as he's going on about the story about the barbarian and then the castle and such, you can see that every patron in the facility, with the exception, of course, of Danica over here, is aptly like watching him and listening to him as he talks.
Well, while he's telling his story, I'll go over to Danica and tell her that Father Petrovich said hello.
Oh yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I will send Father Petrovich a small case of my wine next time I have a chance to. We do not have very much left, but we will send up what we can to ease his flock, as it were.
I assume the story is still going on.
It's a little bit. He's going on a little bit, telling about how what was it? How the warlock had many minions of his own that worked against the barbarian, but the barbarian also had a kingdom to back him, and they had many great battles. And Octavio himself had only ever just witnessed a few of them, and was never there for the whole thing. But he heard plenty of stories, so he's just relaying the stories that he heard from that realm. It seems as though he's traveled not just within the land of Barovia, but many realms. Based on his storytelling skills.
I guess I'll wait till he's finished telling his stories.
Yeah, it takes him about. Oh, it's finished his stories.
Well, I assume
He can go on all night. Once he finishes this story, it's about maybe 3:00 in the afternoon. And you guys showed up at like 2:30, so it only took him a half an hour.
Gotcha. Well, I guess while he's resting before starting another one, I'll say hello, Octavio.
Ah, yes, welcome. What brings you back to the Blue Water Inn? And I'm not trying to do that accent with him, but oh well.
Just wanted to talk to you, ask you a couple questions.
Ah, yes. Would you like to hear another of my stories? I've got one about a troubled boy who dives into another plane through the pages of a mysterious book. Would you love to hear that one?
Perhaps at another time.
Ah, okay then. Is this like a business call you have to ask?
Not exactly.
I mean, I am looking for some more acts on my carnival, but I don't know if I would take you. You look not carnival material.
At that, I guess I'll laugh and say, "No, we happened to walk by that wagon of yours earlier, and it shook at
Oh,
us."
yes, that's one of my acts. It's an animal, a beast from another land. Um, he's harmless though. Do not worry. He will not hurt you.
Interesting beast, armored at that.
Yes, yes. You see, he's meant to strike to pose the appearance of fear, but like I said, he's harmless. He will not hurt you or anyone that doesn't deserve it. I mean, yes, he will not hurt anyone. What? Why were you around my wagon?
We were
If
walking
you don't
through
mind me
that
asking.
area of town. We just happened to walk past it and got curious after we heard
You
it
have to
shake.
go through a very empty stockyard to get to my wagon.
We were looking through all the stockyard to find supplies.
Huh.
Not that we found much of anything of use. In fact, your wagon was the only thing interesting in that entire stockyard.
Well, they keep most of their available stock within their building, within the warehouse, within the shop. So since I can't really get the accent working, just imagine he's speaking with like a British accent of some sort, and I'll eventually get it.
Um, Problem is, I think Billy was the one that wanted to talk to him more about that hat than I was.
Mm. Well, I'm glad you two are here. To listen to my stories, I can tell you more if you'd like.
Where all have you traveled, out of curiosity? Because it seems like you've been
Oh,
all
I've
over.
been many places. I've been to many realms. I come from a land called Darkon. Um, and I've seen dozens of realms. I've been everywhere, gathering extra my carnivals, and my carnivals are very famous across all the realms, especially in a land called Faerun, that I travel to occasionally. But mostly I've been around the Shadowlands, Shadowfell lands. Darkon and Barovia. So this is my first appearance here in Barovia, but I've been around.
So you have the ability to leave.
Oh, well, now that you mention it, no, I do not. That's why I've been here for so long, and my acts are dwindling. I've only got the one at the moment, my tiger. But uh, I have been able to travel many lands before until I got here, and I've been stuck here for a few months. But the shows must go on, even though I only have one act left. But they must go on. I guess I could, perform some of my own acts, and he kind of like has some like sparks come out of his hands, magical and stuff like that. Um, Casting prestidigitation and whatnot.
I will say, very well. Hopefully, we'll be able to see one of your acts before too long.
Yes. Once I get my carnival back together, then I will put on a great show. Perhaps the Baron himself might even enjoy these, and hire me for a future festival of his. Are you planning on going to his festival of the Blazing Sun next week? Are you going to stay in Vallaki that long?
What was that? Astra?
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
At will we have a choice if we're still here? Like,
If you're within Vallaki, it sounds like you most do not. They all like the signs say, attendance is required, but you are more than welcome to leave Vallaki before it happens. You know, head off to the village of Barovia, or perhaps Kresk, or I've heard rumors of it, but I haven't seen it yet. But the Brez is another village area within Barovia. I heard it wasn't doing too well though, but
um, personally, I'd rather not be here by then, but that's entirely up to my people.
are you having some issues with this town?
Uh, they seem to really not like people who don't appreciate children being locked in stock.
And you see him kind of like look down as you say that. He's like, "Oh my, you didn't, did you?"
I didn't. One of our
I
other
have
group
no
members
idea
did.
what you're talking about.
we saw.
He's gonna roll an insight check on you guys. Let me see if I can pull up this sheet here.
Good thing I'm not actually lying.
At no point did I lie. Well,
You're not lying, but you're holding something back. What? You know what? I won't pry. I won't pry. You have your own story. I will leave you to that. Speaking of stories, would you like to hear the one about the a human soldier who was sent from the future to the present to stop an indestructible warforged killing machine? No? Yes?
Out of character. Why is that plot sound familiar?
He was
Terminator.
he was supposed to save a young woman from execution, whose unborn son was the key to the world's future salvation.
huh?
It's Terminator. Yes, Astra's right.
I guess it sounds like an interesting enough story. I'm sure it will be wonderful for your audience here.
So he goes on. If you guys listen, spends the next about hour explaining the plot of Terminator, but in a world where it makes sense in a D&D situation. Warforged and time travel and you know all the hoopla and everything.
I mean, what about that story of the town that was oppressed and rose up and tore down their master?
Are you speaking of Vallaki?
No, I'm talking about a story. That's what I heard.
Can't say I've heard of that one before. But perhaps it has a good ending. Would you like to tell it? I'm sure my audience would love to hear it.
No, it's one that I don't know all the details of yet. But if I ever finish, I will let you know.
Ah, so you are a writer yourself, are you? Well, I hope to read your book sometime soon. Hopefully before I leave, if we
Yes.
can eventually leave.
Yep, I aspire to be a
Barovia.
chronicler.
Very well, very well. And at about this point, it's about what is it? About 4:30. So the sun's starting to set. It's getting kind of darker out. Still not dark out yet, but getting there.
I'm going to quietly kind of ask Astra and Bramble, do you think Vasily could have helped us? Or can help us with our issue?
Maybe.
You want to go try talking to him real quick?
Me?
Well, the collective, you guys that we're talking to.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
You said it was what,
Uh,
4:30?
it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, because there's about 2 hours of daylight left.
I mean, it might be worth a try. It's better than sitting around listening to Terminator and the rest of it.
I've got many more stories. Would you like to hear the one about the reluctant halfling rogue that set out with a band of dwarves to reclaim their mountain home from an ancient dragon?
Okay, really? Even I know that one. Was he being chased by an assassin?
It doesn't ring a bell. I think that's the sequel one, maybe. Or how about the one where a farm boy joins forces with a sorcerer, a rogue, and his bugbear companion, along with two constructs, to rescue a princess from the clutches of an evil warlock who was once the student of the sorcerer? No? Okay. Well, that's fine.
I guess with that, I guess if Astra and Bramble want, we can go try talking with Vasily.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And you guys know where Vasili's at?
He told us. I feel like he told us where his house was.
Let me see if I can find it. I want to say it was on the northern end of town.
That sounds accurate. But maybe he didn't tell us. I don't know. It's not in my notes. You would think I would have written that down.
I don't think Billy did either. As a matter of fact, I don't think he wrote any notes from last week at all, or last session at all. Because it looks like his notes end at 2 sessions prior.
Well, to be fair, I probably wrote down like half of what not even half of what I should have last time. But
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I was a bit out of it.
Here are your guys' quests if you guys want to learn more about what you guys want to do. You guys seem to kind of you're like a little stuck.
Um, I still haven't found out anything about Gertruda, but I doubt she's this way.
Well, I think the one that we're currently working on is escort Irina out of Strahd's site. We were originally supposed to bring her to Vallaki. We have done so, but
Right, but
this
I've been the
town
one
ass,
saying that all of these have been done, so I don't know. I didn't know if that one was technically done or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, our initial quest was just bring her to Vallaki. So we've done that part. We haven't established her in Vallaki, but we've brought her there.
Right.
But I don't know if that's enough to say bringing her out at Strahd's site.
Also, this town is terrible, and I don't know if she's going to want to necessarily stay here.
Yeah, I mean, we should just be asking Irina what she wants to do.
She's back at the church with Joseph right now.
Yeah, so I think this town is terrible. So either we need to do a new town or a new quest where we fix this town, because we can't not, or we talk to Irina and see what she wants to do.
Also, at the end of last session, I thought we were leaning towards the Mad Mage on the mountain. Also,
Were we? I don't remember any of that.
I do remember we were talking about wanting to speak with the Mad Mage on the mountain, but I can't remember why.
But I think I was sleepy, so like I'm.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were in and out of it the last hour or so.
We
mostly
I think
because
it
he's
was
a big
so that he might
crazy
have greater healing or something for Frank, for Joseph.
That
illness.
he's a crazy mage, and they're always fun.
Well, as close as it is to dusk, you guys either have the opportunity to try to go there during during nighttime, once it's past dusk, or you guys can wait until tomorrow.
We wanted to wait till after Billy got his armor back before we went for it. I think, if I remember the end of last session at all.
Okay.
So do we just find a place to hunker down for a day?
At least until
Irina did pay for you guys to stay at the Blue Water Inn for almost a week.
True, and nothing connects Irina to what went down.
Right. She's going to come back to stay at the inn. There's nowhere for her to stay at the church. So, matter of fact, she actually walks into the inn as we're speaking about this. And she walks in. If you guys are where you're currently at, she says hello to you. Otherwise, she walks up to the bar and asks for a drink. And she, receives her, I believe it's a Red Dragon Crush. Where's the menu? Yeah, Red Dragon. Oh, no, Purple Great Mash. She's going for the cheaper stuff. One orders that and sits down and has a drink, orders a wolf steak as well, and starts eating.
I guess I'll sit next to her, kind of jokingly ask her what she thinks of Vasily.
Oh, well, he's a very, very kind man. He, sent us that nice letter to give you guys a discount within the Vallaki here, and those flowers are very beautiful. He's very also handsome, but so are you, and well, a bit young, but you and Billy are also handsome. Joseph is very kind, and I like I said, I find that you all to be my friends. Vasily, is a new acquaintance. I don't know much about him besides what he's done thus far, but yeah. At this point, Danica is sitting out over here taking care of the guests. Rotavio is kind of telling more of his stories, but the rest of the guests are kind of spread out now. They're not really listening to him as much. Still listening, but just not listening as intently. And she's handling that. Erwin is up here now as well, and he's taking care of the orders and grabbing the wines and reaching back into the kitchen. You do see his children running around occasionally. Baram and Bray Mardukov here.
What'd you say his name was?
His name is Erwin.
He's the one we did not technically meet last time, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. And then Bray and Rom, his children.
Jesus.
But yeah, they're scampering about. Occasionally they'll trip over Rictavio and he'll laugh it off. And you notice that there are, a few more people are gathering as it's getting darker.
I guess I'll introduce myself to Erwin, since I haven't actually met him yet.
Ah, yes, welcome. What may I do for you, sir? Here you two are staying in our rooms. You are our first guest in months.
Well, hopefully business isn't too terrible despite that.
It's not. Business is not terrible. It's never mind. Never mind. What did I get you? Would you like? And he shows you the menu here again.
Thank you, that's what I was searching for. Oh, good grief. Sorry,
Take your time.
How much Electrum cost per? So it's 2 Electrum per gold.
2 Electrum per gold.
Okay. Let's see. I'll hand him a gold and order a wolf steak and a red dragon crush.
Ah, yes. Red Dragon Clash. And you see he goes back to one of the casks, and as he goes to grab it, it kind of almost tips over a little bit, and he kind of puts it back down, and then he pours a pint of it, and brings it up to you, and he's like, "I will be right back with the wolf steak," and he heads back into the kitchen. Comes back out about 20 minutes later with the steak. Here you are, sir.
Thank you. I am out. Another gold. Did he give me any change back for that?
Yes, he gives you an Electrum and like 3 silver. Actually, no, he gives you 30 copper. Electrum and 30 copper. He doesn't actually give you any silver.
Interesting. With that, I guess I'll chow now.
I think we need to sit down and discuss what we want to do.
Should we?
I'll go and move the children out of the way so you guys can move your guys' tokens around a little better.
Should we do that here, or should we do that upstairs with
Maybe up in a room.
Up in your rooms, so we can do that. And then that would also include the 2 of you. And we'll also bring Joseph along. Oh, no, that won't work. That should work. Okay.
I guess. Oh, there we go.
Or would the other room this room be better?
Whichever one's bigger, I guess. I don't know.
This is 9 squares. This is 10. Technically, this is bigger, but it's harder to see everything in here.
Fair enough. You want to use that room? That's fine.
Yeah,
Bless you.
it's in tight.
I think I coughed, not sneezed.
Oh, well.
Thank you.
Well, fine, fuck you then. No, just...
Okay, is everyone in the room?
Yeah, everyone's in the room.
I'll
Joseph
be right
is here. Joseph is here as well. I'll say for brevity's sake, you guys snuck him into
Okay.
the inn.
Let's lock the doors, cover the windows. Does anyone have a spell to prevent, being overheard?
I do not.
Almost all my spells involve hurting people. Sorry.
I mean, I have silence, but I don't know how much that would help us.
Silence will make it so we can't talk, right?
Yes.
Makes it so no one can talk. No one can talk or hear.
Okay. So, it seems like we're kind of floundering as to what to do. Our ultimate goal when we started, at least when we were pulled into Barovia, was to figure out why. Now, we have since found out that the devil likes to just pull people here for shits and giggles, I guess. So, to go home, we either need to convince him to let us go, or we need to beat him because he's what's preventing everyone from leaving.
And
so,
Irina joins in and says, "Yes, that would be probably the most difficult, but the best solution for not just for yourselves, but also for the people of Barovia. They need to be freed from his tyranny."
Yeah, so we as a group have not actually discussed what do we want to pursue. Are we going to go try to kill him? Like, is that what we're aiming for?
Well, I guess the question is, do we think we can? At this point, I doubt it.
But we've met several people who have been like, hey, I can totally give you some things. And it seems like a lot of people really want us to help. And I don't think we could now, but maybe soon.
Perhaps once you find the answers that Madame Eva spoke about, the reading of her cards to you, perhaps that means something. And I will see if I can find that information.
I've got them written all here. Luckily, I have proper notes for that session.
I also have
handouts.
And this is stuff that you would actually have physical copies of if we were in person. But since we're on Roll20, I just do all the digital handouts instead.
Right, so...
Or perhaps you need to find out what the cards mean exactly. Maybe someone in Vallaki can tell you what besides the vague meanings that Madame Eva spoke of. Perhaps there's someone who can translate her readings to you. Perhaps I've heard stories of a Vistani camp to the south of Vallaki. To the southwest of Vallaki.
We could talk with more Vistani.
Hopefully that would help.
But they seem to have history with the devil.
I have heard that the Vistani in that camp are not as friendly as in Madame Eva's camp. But perhaps they could explain. They're obviously not as old or as wise as Madame Eva, but maybe they can, like I said, translate the other, or maybe someone here in town. Octavio has been around. Maybe he's met a Vistani. Vistani travel throughout the land. They can travel to and from Barovia without any worries. They're allowed to leave as they please, as they said. The devil allows them to do so.
The Vistani camp that is not known for being as welcoming. Maybe I can help us get into it.
Oh,
I might not technically be anyone anymore, but I was a Vistani at one point.
oh yes. Is that what your reading meant to you? That Vistani, that Medemeva spoke of.
Yes. Before I was turned into what I am now, I was a Vistani. I had an interesting past.
And is that something that you knew before, or are you just now remembering these things?
Just I've been trying to remember since we got back, and I found out that that's what I was. I didn't want to remember my past, but it seems that I might need to.
I see. Well, perhaps that is an option for you to travel to the Vistani camp and speak to them. Like I said, otherwise, Octavio has been around the realms. He might or he maybe he can understand the reading that Madame Ava gave you. Otherwise, you'd have to maybe speak to Madame Ava again. Go back to her camp, or perhaps the mage knows of this Vistani magic and what it means, what she sees. There are many people in Barovia.
Well,
Some not as good as options. Perhaps the hags. I'm sure they know.
No.
Divining magic, but yeah, that does not
No.
seem like the smartest
No.
idea.
well, one thing we could do, we as a party got together in the beginning for treasure. And I know that we've been told that there's some treasure waiting for us. Maybe while we figure out what we want to ultimately do, we can do that.
Seems like a good idea. There is a point you brought up earlier while we were talking about vaguely what to do, and that is whether or not Irina is truly safe in this town or would like to remain in this town versus any other.
I feel the safest I am here right now is the church. I do not have anywhere to stay besides the inn, but the church is a very safe place. So as long as I make my travels quickly between the inn and the church, I believe I shall be safe until you find something to do and somewhere to go.
Well, how do you feel about the Burgermeister and what he's been doing? Because it seems like if you stay in town, you're going to be required to go to his festivals.
I will do my best to disguise myself, but yes, that does pose a problem.
Maybe Octavio can help us out with that.
Him or Vasily. I know Vasily is quite taken with Irina.
True.
Vasily is a very kind man. Octavio I don't know much about. He has many grand stories. Some seem a little bit far-fetched, like they're hard to believe that they would actually happen, but I do not know of anywhere besides Barovia, so maybe these are true. You are all from a... Wait, didn't you say you are from Faerun? He says he's been there before.
Yes.
Do any of those stories sound like something that would have happened in Faerun?
Maybe another realm, Eberron, but
Ah.
at least the one he was telling, Warforged are not common. But I have heard of them.
Welcome.
Right, I'm here.
So far you've missed not a whole lot.
We've done
Um,
jack and shit. We made it back
Yeah.
to the village to talk about what we want to do. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. I still gotta pick up my armor.
Yes,
Yep.
which is
We're not leaving town until that, but
Yeah.
we're trying to figure out like what is our ultimate goal? What steps do we want to take? What do we want to go after first? Is Irina happy in Vallaki? Stuff like that.
Okay.
And you guys also heard some stories from Octavio downstairs as well.
Okay.
He told some pretty grand stories.
Terminator and
Terminator.
talked about Star Wars.
Did he talk about Blade?
I don't think I heard Blade. I think we did hear what was it? It was The Hobbit.
The
Oh,
Hobbit,
the
yeah.
Hobbit. Okay.
Yeah, so you're fine.
Okay. So I didn't miss.
But yeah, so right now we're trying to talk. Is Irina going to be okay in Vallaki? Does she feel safe here? Will she be okay with the Burgermeister being all crazy and shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the guy is. Oh boy. And also that guard from last time.
Yeah, like she shouldn't necessarily be considered part of our group because she was kind of not really
Yeah.
seen
Yeah,
together
I
with
kind
us.
of I kind of dragged her with me,
I do
and
not-
Coll
I-
followed.
I do not believe that I am known to be in town besides the people here, which I believe will keep my secret. And
Well, no, we told the guards at the gate that who you were.
oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
So they know I'm here. So they will force me to partake in the festivals. I was hoping that I could maybe just hide at the church during those times, but
Can you
Well.
not just hide at the church?
I will do so when I am able to. But it does not look like it's a very big church. About the same size as the one in my village.
Mhm.
And from what the stories that I was hearing Lucian say, many people come take refuge in the church at night. I suppose I could be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the quests that you guys have, of course, are I'll show this for so you guys can Billy can see it again, right there.
Yeah.
Which I think you guys just added a new quest, which is to make either Barovia or Vallaki itself safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, instead of find a safe haven, it's make a safe haven.
Yeah.
Well, there seems to be a lot of crazy people in this town.
There are crazy people all over Barovia, not just Vallaki, but
Well, what do you know about that other town, Kresk?
I have heard very little about Kresk.
Is that maybe a good thing? Means it's far enough away?
It is on the western end of town, western end of Barovia, before the mists enshroud the town.
Did
Let me.
did Rictavio say he'd been there, or
Yes.
I do not.
brought it up?
Yeah,
Oh,
Rick
he's
Top
into
is the one who mentioned Kresk.
Hmm.
Perhaps we can ask him what it was like there.
Yes, the village of Kresk is the west end of the valley. Is built around an old abbey. The burgomaster, his name is Dmitry Kreskov.
Built around an abbey? Which abbey?
I do not know the what the abbey is devoted to. I would assume the Morning Lord, but the abbey's been there for probably centuries.
Do you want me to have Huckleberry go and get Octavio and we can ask him?
Sounds like a good idea, assuming he doesn't get stepped on.
I mean, is Rictavio going to know that the possum is with us?
It may be best if one of us just goes down to get him.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think that
How
would
far
be a
down
better
is it from?
idea.
Wait, is there a window in here?
There's a window there. Yes.
Right behind me.
Right behind you, and right there's one there and one here.
So, I was gonna do something
Pretty
stupid.
sure
Let me.
if Huckleberry walks up and is just like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I'm with the group who was asking you about the tiger thing earlier. We need to talk to you."
Oh yeah, saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe, or maybe I can go down and be like, "Hey, we'd like to actually discuss business with you at this point, if you have some time to spare." And
Yeah, that
Oh
would be
yes,
a better
for you
idea.
anything. Please, my guests. Just enjoy yourselves. I will be back in but a moment. And he
Hey, you do that?
comes upstairs.
Yes, I actually
Yes.
do that.
Yeah. He's now in the room with you guys. What is it you wish to ask me? Or you wish? Oh, yes, you. He points over at Joseph. You would be great for my carnival, and of course you're Scarecrow. But yes, is that what you wish to ask me to join my carnival? I am looking for more acts.
Huckleberry is gonna go up to him and be just like, "What kind of food will you pay me with?"
Whatever I can afford with the payments that the people of this fair town will pay. You know,
Pies? Not the witch's pies. I now know I'm not allowed to eat those. He like stares at Astra.
he looks at you like witches pies.
I'll glare.
Hags.
Rictavio's eyes kind of for a second widen, and he's like, "Oh, ha ha ha! Yes, old crones making pies. Huh? Very funny, very funny. Yes."
You haven't seen the old ladies walking around selling pies that give you good dreams?
They don't come within the village of Vallaki. I remind. I assume Huckleberry
Yes,
is the one currently
they do
speaking.
not come within the Vallaki. But I have heard the stories of the old hags who sell the pies that the village of Barovia is addicted to. Very, very terrible things. I've heard that some of the parents they sell their children to them as well.
They
That would
sell
explain why.
they sell their children to them.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess so.
it's the only way they have to pay for their the pies.
Okay, we really need to take care of those. And this is coming
Oh.
from Bramble. We really need to take care of those hags.
Yeah, now we know why. Now we know where they're getting the children from for those pies.
Okay, how about our more immediate enemy right now appears to be the hags, but we don't feel strong enough to fight them. Let's go get a little bit stronger and then come back.
I'm going to ask Rictavio what he knows about the village of Kresk. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Ah, yes, Kresk. That's the town to the far west of it, is it not? That would be the town where they don't let very many people in. I have not been able to get in there myself, but
Oh, why not?
well, they only allow with their own citizens within there. I have heard that they're, and I'm not sure what truth to this is. But there is a rumor that there's a werewolf within around the area. Um, I don't know if it's perhaps preying on the people of Kresk. Maybe that's why. Maybe they have a werewolf problem, or perhaps they just do not trust outsiders.
Every time he says,
They are a walled off town, much like Vallaki, but much smaller as well.
every time he used the word werewolf, my Coll will just shudder.
I asked Rictavio, what do you know about the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok?
Ah, yes, I've heard. He was skulking around this north shore of Lake Zarevich. Wasn't he the one shooting those lightning bolts into the water?
We believe so.
I have not seen him just yet, but
I think we go talk to him.
Yeah, we can try going over to Mount Baratok. I mean, we gotta go. Oh, by the way, out of character. How many days has it been since we left the Vistani?
This should be
the camp?
the 14th or so. He comes back on, would you say, the 18th?
Today's still the 13th.
Oh, is it really?
It is still the 13th.
Yes.
Oh shit,
Damn
that's
it.
the start
Okay.
next session.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So,
Okay, so we're still on the same day as last session.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And okay, so we should probably just like try to get as much done as we can today and then rest. And then tomorrow I guess we should probably head over to Mount Baratok, since we got to make our way over there anyway at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds
And
like a
then
good idea. Just kind
yeah,
of
and
back
then
to the topic of the Village of Kresk. I wanted to ask Octavio if he knew what abbey the town was built around.
Let me see if I can find some information on that he would know. Hold on 1 second.
I mean, if he doesn't know, he doesn't know.
Right. Like his actual character sheet isn't saying that he knows specific things, but I'm trying to figure out what he would have figured out in his
And so, out of character, I'm gonna assume my assumption is Gertruda, who Mad Mary's daughter escaped from the house,
oh,
probably in one of those meat pies.
we don't know
yes.
that yet.
Yes.
Wait, how did
That
you know?
the Abbey of Saint Markovia. That is the Abbey of Kresk. What the books that I've read say.
And I'm just gonna look at me. So you said Saint Markovia's abbey?
Yes, the Abbey of Saint Markovia.
Who is Saint Markovia?
Well, it was.
Um.
Oh,
So what I have read is that. Hold on 1 second.
while he's away. Oh, never mind.
All right. Yes. Um. I just had my sister was coming in here. Let's see. Saint Markovia. Yes, her followers. They fought Strahd. Apparently many years ago. And he does say the word Strahd without any worry at all. He's still not used to holding his tongue around that. Um, so Irina kind of shudders as he says that, and kind of shakes.
Yeah, and Astra's gonna make the symbol of like shush, like
He kind of
chopping the neck type of thing.
yeah. Yes, her and her followers attempted to overthrow the demon, the devil, and but when they failed, um, her fortress that she lived in, the abbey itself, closed off, which is why no one is allowed in the town so much anymore. But the villagers themselves have not really gone to the abbey in many years. They believe it's cursed or haunted.
Oh, I wish my pen wasn't dying on me.
I believe, if the rumors that I've heard are true, someone came to this land over a century ago, and he reopened the abbey. Apparently, he was very handsome and persuasive, and they couldn't really not let him do so. There's rumors that he's still alive to this day, and is presiding over the abbey. They
Do we
call
know
him
who
the
this
abbot.
person? Oh, okay.
They just call him simply the abbot. I've heard rumors that perhaps this abbot is actually Strahd, the devil, but uh, we don't. No one knows really for sure. Again, these are all rumors that I have heard, or books that I have read. So what the truth could be, perhaps true or not. I'm not sure.
And then I guess I'll ask him how good he is with fortunes that I've been told, as far as understanding them.
His eyes kind of
Yeah.
like really perk up as you say that. Fortunes. Have you been meeting with the Vistani?
Yes. We actually, what's it called? We actually ran into a group of Vistani not too far from Vallaki, and we had our fortunes read by a
Madam Meta.
woman named Madame Ava.
Oh, you were talking
That is quite
the
far from
encampment.
Vallaki.
Yeah, it's the one to the east.
Yes.
Not the one to the southwest of this town. Ah, okay.
What about the Vistani to the southwest of the town?
I've heard they're not very friendly, and there's rumors that they are in league with the devil himself.
Mm.
They are not allowed within Vallaki at all. No, Vistani are, but
Almost no
especially that.
Vistani.
Almost. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was a Vistani.
By
Before
gods, you used to be a mortal.
Yes? Do you not know how scarecrows are made?
No,
Do
I
I
thought you were just a
hail for
construct.
you?
You were actually a former mortal.
Yes.
Interesting.
I'll look at Bramble and say, "Oh, please do give him the tail."
I kind of just start chuckling a little bit.
Well, my story involves a hag.
Oh,
About 150 years ago, I was a Vistani like any other. I was in Faerun on a what would you call it? Strip. Restocking our goods to bring back to Barovia. When
well,
I was, huh?
I was trying to make my camera focus.
Oh, when I was lured out to the woods by a young woman in need, who then proceeded to perform a dark ritual that tore my soul from my living body as she made the one I currently reside in.
Whatever. I guess I can't make it focus. But this is Madame Ava here.
And it's focusing on you.
Yeah,
Instead
it's
of
just
Madame
focusing on you.
Yeah.
And that's
Are you
pretty
using
much.
Zoom's autofocus?
I'm using what is this? No, we're not using Zoom. We're using Discord, by the way. But
Yeah, no, I mean like the
Just-
autofocus.
I have a Logitech camera. I'm not sure if that has
just-
anything to do with it.
Blur.
Yeah,
Apparently, you can do this too. You can make it.
Nice streak in your background.
I think that. What is that from? I'm not sure
That might be
what
from
that's
the
from.
light.
That's probably from the light.
yeah, that's from the light.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But I like the blur one. It looks a lot better anyway. Anyway, yes. Back to this. So you tell Rictavio your story about the being a Vistani, and you guys all hear this as well. How she used to be a Vistana, and went to Faerun, became pulled away by a hag, and had his soul ripped out.
And I was alive like during so. And Bramble
Yeah.
will explain that there's two ways: either a freshly dead body or one who is still alive, and that Bramble was still alive when this happened to him. And he'll look uncomfortable, but he'll if you guys want to know a description on what it kind of feels like to have your soul removed from your body, I can tell you.
Head's just about to die.
And then if they want to know, he'll go into the details as well.
I don't.
Anyway, so that's how scarecrows are made.
You guys hear me?
Yep, you good?
Yep.
I can't hear you. Hold on 1 second.
How about now?
I can still hear you.
Okay, good. I know you guys can hear me. I just couldn't hear you. So, all fixed. Good, good, good.
Yep.
So yes, after that story, what were we on about the Vallaki's or Vistani again? Oh, that's right. You said you had spoke to the Vistani about a fortune
Mm-hmm.
that was sold.
Madam Ava.
Yes. What fortune did she read to you?
I'm just gonna start with the first one. She said the treasure lies in a dragon's house, in hands once clean and now corrupted.
Oh, the dragon's house. She must mean the haunted mansion to the west of Vallaki.
Haunted mansion?
Yes.
Yeah, what haunted mansion?
West of town. There's a haunted mansion. The legend has it that there was a dragon that died there long ago.
Wait. Madam Ava also mentioned something about a dragon being incomplete. Could it be there too?
Was that your personal fortune?
It's part of it. It's part of it.
Okay.
Yes, I believe they call the mansion Argon Vostholt.
Argon Vosthold.
My pet is dying.
Argyn. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I've heard it spoken many times, so that's why I'm sure I knew how to pronounce it. Yes, I believe it's called Argon Vostholt, and that's perhaps where this item would be.
Wow.
Oh, you said what item? What treasure is this? Did she say what treasure this was?
I don't believe so. She just said treasures would find a treasure at this location.
The card said
wait.
Avenger on it.
Oh.
Avenger. Well, that's is where she is able to determine the location of the item. But what item it is, if she did not tell you, then I don't know what item this is. But
Yeah, she did not say.
was that the only treasure she told you of? Was that the only reading she gave you?
No, it was not.
There's two more treasures and two more readings after that. I don't remember.
The
Hold
next
on, let me
one
think about it.
said, the treasure you seek is hidden behind the sun in the house of a saint.
Well, we've only been talking about the saint, the abbey of a saint. Perhaps it is there.
Perhaps so.
Knowledge. The Avenger is knowledge of the ancient.
Perhaps a book
yes.
about the devil.
Perhaps.
Information is a very powerful tool and a very powerful weapon in the right hands.
Right, and then this other one was a holy symbol of great hope.
Ah, perhaps some sort of symbol that would weaken the devil.
Perhaps. And this next one, as I look around, just everybody make sure that they want me to keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Is a sword of sunlight, and it says, and she said,
An actual weapon, okay.
there is a town where all is not well. There you will find a house of corruption, and within a dark room full of still ghosts.
You'll actually hear Joseph laugh at that first part when you're like, there's a town that's not well. He actually laughs out loud.
It's fucking everywhere. It's goddamn
Oh.
country.
All is not well. The burgomaster likes to say all is well. The burgomaster of Vallaki here.
Is there what you would consider a house of corruption?
Well, the corrupt mayor.
And you wouldn't happen to know of a dark room full of still ghosts, would you, in the mayor's house?
I have not been inside his house, so I would not know.
Well, we could, I suppose, try to figure out what's going on there.
Perhaps.
Or do you think this might be in Kresk?
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. What was it? What was the card again? Torture. Oh, okay.
Torture.
I get the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
I was just say Kresk. I'm pretty sure is where Mists is, because that says seek her out at St. Markovia's Abbey near the Mists.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Might-
there's
that
nothing
might be
stopping
it.
multiple churches from one area.
Must be
And
the
I don't
drawing,
necessarily want to make
Oh, what did I just
plans at this point in time with company that we have.
Perhaps it is in his. Must be in his house somewhere. Maybe his basement. Maybe his dining room. I'm not sure. Maybe even possibly his attic. I don't know. The mansion is quite big. I have not seen it from the inside, but I have seen it from the outside. Speaking of, there, what was it? Purple flashes of light seem to be coming from the attic.
Interesting.
I think we have something to do in town. Tomorrow.
Break into someone's mansion.
Tomorrow.
Stupid pen, don't be dead. Oh fuck.
Is something dying? Your headset or something?
No, my pen's dead. I can't write.
Oh. It must be an electronic pen, huh?
Well, I say dead. There's no ink coming out of it anymore.
Oh, so it's an actual writing pen.
Oh yeah, it's an actual writing pen. Let's try this other one.
But yes. Your other, you had more readings. You said. Would you wish to have those translated as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you pop up?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I think we figured out number 4.
Mm-hmm. So we got to go to St. Markovia's Abbey.
Right, because that's at Kresk. And then
Did it pop up?
yeah, it popped up.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'm going to skip over that one because I think you already helped us find out the next one. So I'm going to go to the last one. And she said that our enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality, and that
That obviously speaks of the devil himself.
right. And this one will lead us to him. So I assume it is. I guess what room or something he is in.
Yep.
And it says he dwells with the one whose blood sealed his doom, a brother of light snuffed out too soon.
That must be his brother. There is rumors that it was his brother's death that caused him to become the vampire he is today.
Interesting.
Give me a second, guys.
Okay.
You guys can keep talking as amongst yourselves if you guys would like.
So I think that we should go after these treasures first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still think we need to talk to
The Mad Mage.
the Mad Mage.
Mount Barrett.
Hopefully he will.
Well, he's close by, so we could always go after, or at least talk to him first.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
we could talk to him. I'm curious. I'm trying to figure out how to get ourselves into the Burgomaster's mansion without causing.
oh yeah, we should probably do that one first since we're actually here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well,
we can always try to sneak in either like really early in the day or really late.
well,
Or maybe we can try waiting until the next festival and sneak in while he's busy doing whatever.
we could do that, or, and this one's a stretch, big stretch. We could offer to help with a festival by helping Rictavio here with his carnival, performing a show as part of as a festival.
Oh, I would not have that ready for at least a few more months.
Months, even if
Maybe a month. Maybe a month at the least.
Well, that's not an option.
I guess not.
Well then.
After all, I'd rather not cause trouble.
You guys hear it's getting pretty close to dark now. You guys hear that the downstairs is getting quite rowdy with people and voices and stuff.
Like,
I'd say
is it rowdy or bad rowdy?
Good rowdy.
Okay.
Just the talking of people, the conversations and stuff like that.
I'm gonna. Well, does anybody else have anything more they'd like to say for now?
Just one thing. Hold on a second. Do you know anything about adventurers that have come to Barovia before?
I have heard many stories of many adventurers. One of them including the Mad Mage himself.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Mad Mage is from outside of Okay, now I want to meet him more.
Well, the Mad Mage was from that story. The Festani told us at the camp.
Yeah.
That story about the revolt that they told us, I believe.
Yeah, like the one when they attacked the Devil's Castle. Okay, so I pull out my firearm. Heard any about any adventurers carrying something like
I've
this?
seen this. This is a firearm, is it not?
Yes.
Yes, I have seen these before. They're not very effective against vampires. You do know that, yes? With the right ammunition, they are good against werewolves, but not against vampires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was wondering if you know of any adventurers with firearms that came to Barovia recently, or
Recently, like how recently we're talking. I've only been here for a few months. Remember, the last adventurer to come into Barovia was a year ago, which was the Mad Mage.
Okay. So I guess we have to go talk to the Mad Mage to get more information regarding that, since it's probably came before you did.
Yes, the Mad Mage was here before I was, and any other adventurers. I mean, have you heard this? Have you heard about the spirits that walked from the graveyard of the Church of Barovia? And
Yes, that one. Yeah, that one's like, yes. Well, we heard about that from the burgomaster of Barovia, Ismark.
yes, they travel to Castle Ravenloft, and what I'm not sure if you've heard this, but they jump from his tower, from his spire, and they fall to their death. Well, to their death again,
Mm-hmm.
which I believe leads to the crypt within the castle, but I have not been inside it yet. Thankfully, thanking here they would call him the Morning Lord, but thank my stars that I have not had the pleasure of being asked to meet anyone, the devil at the castle, but no one has been there for many years besides.
The Mad Mage.
Besides the Mad Mage himself.
Well, that's all I have.
I will. I will hand him 2 gold coins and say
What is this for?
I would prefer that the conversations we've had here are not spoken of.
You think I would rat you out to the devil himself?
Doesn't hurt to be careful.
Tell you what, boy, and he says, boy, you keep your change, you keep your money. You'll need it more than I will. But if you are in need of assistance, I have a tower to the northwest of here that might have some useful things in it for you. Maybe check that out. But let me know when you're heading there so I can prepare it for you.
I will very annoyedly look at him and say, "I guess I will." Eventually.
Okay. I just remembered. You said firearms are not effective against vampires, but certain ammunitions are effective against werewolves.
Yes, that is correct. That is what I said. You have a good memory.
Yeah. What kind of ammunition are we talking about?
Silver.
No, I out of character. I know it's silver.
Your paladin is correct. Silver bullets would do damage to a werewolf, just like a silvered weapon would do damage to a werewolf. But do you know of any bullets that are made of wooden stakes that can pierce a vampire's heart? I think not.
No, but I can probably create some. I am a gunslinger.
The wooden bullets would shatter upon exiting the chamber of the gun.
Not if they were made of ironwood.
That's true, but where are you going to find ironwood here in Barovia?
Vistani!
That is true.
He said the tower is northwest of the town, or is it?
Yes, his tower is to about the northwest or so.
Okay.
I just
what
wanted to
about?
make sure it was town, not the country.
Yeah,
Is there
It's-
any ammunition that would be effective against vampires, if at all? that you know
well,
of?
it wouldn't straight kill them. A stake to the heart is what would kill a vampire, but and you have to do it while they're in their coffin. By the way, but I suppose a blessed bullet might be able to, if you could get someone. Hey, Leslie, you have a paladin, you have a cleric here. If perhaps they could bless your ammunition.
Perfect. I know exactly what to do. I kind of like have like a shit-eating grin on my face, like yes.
My
Perfect.
tower that I am speaking of is at Lake Baratok, to the northwest.
Thank you.
It's more straight west than north, but yes.
Does holy water have any effect?
Yes. Holy water,
Yes, oh yes, I do remember that.
holy
I just
water,
remember.
and running water are all effective against vampires. Of course, garlic is a believed thing, but it's not. That's a hocus pocus.
Yep, the garlic is hocus pocus. I
I
would
thought
know.
the stakes
I've
were a
tried
bunch
it
of
before.
bogus too, but hey.
So holy water and stakes are our best weapons against the devil.
Oh, question. Some of I
That
so
looks like it's from Constantine.
Constantine.
It is. It's from Constantine.
Love that movie.
His blessed
Yes.
bullets.
Made out of
I'm
gold.
thinking the Keanu Reeves version. Although the WB version or the CW version was not bad either. Actually, I think that was better than the movie, but still really good.
Yeah, other than the fact that he wasn't British or blonde, it was pretty good. Pretty damn
Yes.
Hmm.
The Lucifer in that movie was probably the best Lucifer I've ever seen.
good. Yeah. Oh, fucking Peter Stormare blew that. He's the reason to watch that movie. He's fucking amazing in that.
Out of character, would Billy know magical weapons would be effective against Strahd? Or vampires?
It would be a guess at best, I would imagine.
He does have
Rictavio.
some. He does have some knowledge about vampires. It's just not like.
Yeah. Let me see what Rictavio knows here. Oh, that's right. His sheet's up here already.
Silver bullets against werewolves and wooden stake to the heart and holy and blessed weapons against Strahd. Now this is all out of character, by the way. Making sure.
Wisdom. What class is he? See, alright, just a second, guys. I'm trying to look up some information that I don't have in the book. Not sure if he's.
I guess it's time to start working on the holy hand grenade of Antioch.
Not quite the holy hand grenade of Antioch, but similar.
Okay, so out of. Stop the recording for just a second.
1 second.